if I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home.
Okay, I know it's late, about a number of days since the latest NXT UK edition was broadcast on the WWE Network on Thursday, today's Sunday, and I'm finally getting around to it. Been very busy. But the match is going to be highlighted by the NXT UK Championship match between Walter and Ilja Dragunov. Now, start things off, NXT UK's Norse Angel, Aoife Valkyrie, is in action versus Dani Luna. I was just thinking, when am I going to see my favorite NXT UK female superstar? And here she is. It was a competitive match, but Aoife Valkyrie hits a leg drop from the top turnbuckle, or from the second turnbuckle, and she nails it to the back of Dani Luna's neck and scores a victory, and Aoife remains undefeated. We get a recap of the first round action from the Heritage Cup tournament, a very, very good first opening round. And next week, they're going to continue with the semifinals. And a wrestler named Rampage is incoming to the NXT UK brand. Remember hearing about him being signed, a lot of big hoopla around him, a lot of talk. One of the top indie superstars, indie wrestlers in all of the UK. So let's see what he's all about when he does make his debut. Now, Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster are in the ring and address the attacks they endured. But Eddie Dennis, his music hits and addresses them. Accusations fly, and Dennis accuses Andrews of being the biggest narcissist. I mean, they're trying to say that Eddie Dennis is doing all that and is guilty of that, but he's trying to uncover some stuff here. Now, Eddie Dennis says to keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That's the whole saying goes. And those words couldn't be more true, as Dennis repeats what he just said. And the Hunt, who appeared to side with Andrews and Webster, as Dennis had Pretty Deadly, the tag team of Pretty Deadly, joined him at the top of the rampway. Excuse me. Well, the Hunt proceeded to destroy Andrews and Webster, and, well, like I said before, perhaps the Hunt was behind those attacks, and I was right. You kind of see, usually when someone's attacked and then you see some people there, you gotta kind of be like, maybe they had something to do with it. I think it's that little tickling in your throat just came up on. Now, a word with Piper Niven backstage, and what is her plans in NXT UK? Well, she says the plan now is what it has always been, Kaylee Ray. Title reigns fade, but injuries, they can last forever. Pretty cryptic type of message there from Piper Niven, directed towards Kaylee Ray. And the Irish Ace, Jordan Devlin, is going to be returning to action. Sid Scala gives his thoughts on what happened earlier, but sees Pretty Deadly come up from behind him, and he addresses the whole Eddie Dennis situation. Will Pretty Deadly respond, we don't really know what happened there, but what we do know is that we earned a shot at Gallus in the tag team titles. So when is that going to happen? Then a wrestler with a mohawk comes in and says, very peculiar, don't worry about Gallus. The real headline around here is the Thunderstorm is back in NXT UK. And then the tag team champs Mark Coffey and Wolfgang of Gallus enter. Did I hear that right? Are you going to do something about it, or are we going to do something about it? Now, Scala will do something, and Gallus next week will return at full strength, according to Mark Coffey. That means Joe Coffey is going to join the two next week. Now, Jordan Devlin, the true Cruiserweight champ, is here. And the ring announcer actually announces him as the Cruiserweight champ. And he faces Levi Muir. and he taps him out using the Texas Cloverleaf submission and reannounces himself as the real ace of NXT UK. That's the message that he sent through that very, very move. Now, he takes a mic and says, "This is a message to the Cruiserweight division that the real Cruiserweight champ is back. If you want a shot at this title, you come here to the Jordan Devlin show. But before you take a shot at me, remember this: you never bet against an ace." And to me, I think that NXT and NXT UK should be battling each other. Make the Cruiserweight title be the catalyst to create a rivalry between brands. It's Survivor Series right now, and this is the perfect way to introduce the NXT UK brand to those who may not watch it. Now, I understand and I get it that it's hard for them right now because we're still under quarantine and all that stuff, even though it's been lifted a little bit. And, Pete Dunne did travel to be on the NXT brand, and, where he did a heel turn and sided with Birch and Lorcan and McAfee. So they can easily have, Santos Escobar go over there, and he is the NXT UK champion. NXT Cruiserweight champion. Yet they didn't even acknowledge him here. Is it like a off limits? Is it like, oh, you can't mention the guy? I mean, that's the guy who Jordan Devlin's anger should be geared towards, not the Cruiserweight division, but to the champion that he feels is the fake one, not the real one. Now, next week, Pretty Deadly and Sam Gradwell, who was the mohawked individual that I had not recognized because he had long hair before. Something like that. He wasn't in that mohawk, right? And he'll face Gallus. They'll face Gallus. Now, for the semis for the Heritage Cup will commence next week, as I mentioned earlier. And Noam Dar will face A-Kid. That's one of the matches that they announced. Now, let's go on to the main event. And it is the match between Ilja Dragunov versus Walter for the NXT UK Championship. Now, 7 months ago, Dragunov won an over-the-top rope battle royal to earn a shot, a title shot, I should say, which, a lot of stuff, because I remember when that match happened and I was excited about it. It's going to be a great match. And then, of course, we had to wait through the whole pandemic and the whole coronavirus thing, and even though we're still in that, but at least it's been lifted a little bit so that they can kind of start, when they got back to wrestling and everything, so now it's here finally, the title match. And last week, he did cleanly pin Walter, first man to do so, but it was in a tag team match, and this one is a one-on-one match. Now, Walter reigns as 573 days as champ, the longest amongst current WWE champions right now. And at the outset, both bulls butt heads like rams looking to impose their will. Didn't even start the announcements yet, and they were already like just heads banging, kind of getting in there trying to impose their will, as I said. Now, this match will redefine violence. This is going to be a war, according to Ilja Dragunov, something that he said in the past in a promo or a vignette. And this match could be the best match this year. Dragunov looking to end this quick, and Ilja, he even attempts a torpedo Moscow. I mean, his finishing move, he almost did it, but he's caught by Walter, and it stops any momentum from Ilja Dragunov. It is physical from the start, and Walter proceeds to dominate the much smaller challenger, but Dragunov is a gamer and hangs in there. But I ask how. He is on the receiving end of chops, punches, kicks, and even sustains an injury to the neck. But his tenacity and a little bit of that adrenaline keeps him in the fight. But literally no offense, even if a little bit, this is not enough to keep the ring general from being an absolute beast. Dragunov pulls off 2 Germans, and Dragunov is back in this and hits a 3rd German. Damn, what a physical match, and brutal. Really brutal as well. Now, another German in the show of Dragunov's power puts Walter down to the mat, and only he gets a near fall. Now, a sleeper by Walter, and is reversed to a roll-up by Dragunov, But Walter gets a dragon sleeper, but the challenger turns it into a pinning situation for only a near fall. Now, after a series of offense by Dragunov, he hits a tornado clothesline named a Constantine, only for a near fall. Even the power bomb by Walter that normally puts every man he faces down, Dragunov kicks out. Now, Walter looks to drain the life out of Dragunov with a sleeper, but the challenger gets to the ropes and breaks the hold. And for me, the move of the night is a post-to-post missile drop kick from Dragunov to Walter, dropping the NXT UK champ. Now, how about this? A gotch lift. A dead lift, German suplex type of move, and he gets Walter down, slams him to the mat, and he's still not enough to keep the champ down for the count. But a torpedo Moscow connects, and it takes effect on Dragunov's neck, and it keeps him from following up with a pin attempt. He was holding his neck as he really had done throughout most of the match. I mean, after that initial attack on his neck, that was it. I don't think he really could come back from that. Now, as the chaos spills to the outside, Walter dominates his challenger, hitting a powerbomb and doing the same on the inside. But a splash from the top turnbuckle is only a near fall for the champ. I mean, that's how Walter beat Pete Dunne. A splash from the top, and it was surprising. I remember seeing that match, and I'm thinking, that's it? He got him with that, But it was a very physically draining match for the both of them, just like it is in this match. And like I said, it only gets a near fall, but a Dragon Sleeper from Walter sees Dragunov put to sleep, and Walter retains his NXT UK title. Now, wow, what an amazing match, and even Walter has a look of, damn, I was pushed to my limit in this match. I'm glad that I got a chance to watch NXT UK again. So busy that I thought I was going to skip this week. I was going to watch it, but then maybe not do a video because I've been doing a lot this week. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I got to get a chance to do this video, let y'all know what I thought. I'll give you my rundown and thoughts for the 30th of October edition of NXT UK. And like I said, that would be a good idea to put them in a somewhat of a rivalry or a feud. I don't know if they're planning that with the Cruiserweight Championship, where you can have NXT's Santos Escobar take on Jordan Devlin from NXT UK, and put them, let them, and they have to do it more than once. They've done it before, where we've seen NXT UK guys go over there and they fought them and stuff like that, but it wasn't enough. A lot of people still don't know about this brand, and if they do, they just poo-poo it and go, I'm watching NXT. I'm gonna watch SmackDown and Raw. And you got to give these guys a chance because they got a lot of talent, and I enjoy it every week I watch it. And like I always said, I'm glad they're back, and this was a great addition with topped off with an amazing match of the year candidate right here, especially for the NXT awards that they give every end of the year. They give us NXT year-end awards, and this should be included. It is part of the NXT brand. It's an extension, but it's still that part of the NXT brand. So, But anyway, that's my thoughts on NXT UK for October 30, 2020. And for those of you who stopped by and checked it out, I appreciate it. And in closing, and as always, take care.